Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. The tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end.
Hello, everyone. Sorry you can't hear me now. It is Friday, January 30th, and it is just after 5 p.m. Welcome to our usual Friday Night Live. Friday. Mom Donnie has a $12 billion deficit. So just understand something. It is $12 billion over the course of 2 years. It is kind of inflated. It's typically like a 5% increase over. I mean, it's a deficit, but it's not anything that's unusual. Usually you do have little deficits. But I think he's making a bigger deal out of it than it really is, because they can come up with the cash to do this. It's just a matter of finding some places to cut the budget, which is what we've been saying to them for years. This is nothing new. Our concern is going to be that they don't do it on the backs of retirees. So we need to stay focused on this and look and see what his plans are going to be. We know his line, because he's been saying what he wants to do was just tax the rich, but there's got to be more than just that. We know that there's waste in this budget. We've seen it ourselves. So especially, bless you, Jules. We know, especially having worked for the city, we know that there are some places where they absolutely could cut back, and that there could be some places that they could tighten up. We always joke that there was that scene from that Kevin Kline movie, Dave, where they sat down and they went through the budget and they found their $650 million savings. I mean, the same thing could be done here if they really wanted to, without harming labor, without harming the culturals, which is what they always do, is try to pin retirees or workers against different various city agencies and institutions. That's not what we advocate for. So there's definitely a way that they can do it. They just got to put their minds together and do it. So did you all see our newsletter this morning? Are you getting our information? And if you're not, you do need to go over to nycretirees.org and go register for our emails, because that's how you'll get the most information. So I want to promote a couple things here. First, let's see. There's a group of teachers and retired teachers who are trying to get their petition advanced that would stop them from having to pay premium as retirees. So you're familiar, if you are UFT, there's managerials in these situations as well. There's several unions like COBA, for example. So the teachers, for example, that did this petition that I just dropped in the chat, and I'll drop it over in Instagram now as well. This petition is, anyone can sign it. Doesn't have to be just a teacher, UFT person, active retired. Anyone can sign it. And it basically says that we believe that, retirees should not be paying for their drug plan premiums, especially not $180 a month. Even though there is a partial subsidy on the UFT plan, this would give them the ability to advocate for protecting you in retirement from having to pay for a supplemental plan. And it's criminal to me that all of the fights that we had to go through over that supplemental plan that the city offers. Why? Because we know that you can get a supplemental plan on the marketplace for either free or $35 or $45 a month that covers your medication. And that Medicare site allowed you to find a plan in your zip code with the drugs that you take, and tells you not just the premium, but also told you the cost. Unfortunately, the city of New York would not tell you the formulary, the cost of your medications, and then of course now you see all the issues that you're having from all of this mess. So Brooklyn Teacher, you're saying that there's 5,000 signatures as of today. This is fantastic. Keep that going. So anyone can sign that petition. Anybody, you can sign in it. It is a little place to click that you're either UFT, retired UFT, you're retired from another union, you're just an ally to the fight. So advocate for them, because retirees should not have to pay almost $200 a month, for a drug plan. That just absolutely makes no sense. And that the problems that we're having with the city plan, the union isn't even helping us with. The United Federation of Teachers has refused to help us resolve those issues. We've had to do that on our own. Even when you guys are calling them, telling the Union Welfare Fund that you're having a problem, it's us that's solving the issue. But hey, that's what we're here for. And it proves what we've been saying. You're not in the union. And the union should have looked out for you. But since they're not looking out for you and they're not trying to help us with these issues, you have to have a retiree organization that's strong enough to fight to protect you. So for everyone sending us, sharing love with us this week, for helping you resolve a problem, thank you for reaching out and saying thank you. I mean, that's what we're here for. And it's definitely getting known. Please sign that. Please sign the survey if you're still having issues. We are going through those issues with Emblem to try to get them resolved. Some of them it's just some misinformation. So Serena Mia, where's the petition? I just dropped it in the chat, and it was in the newsletter that I sent out this morning. Okay. You need to contact TRS to find out what you're paying monthly. TRS only sends out quarterly statements. I guess that was, you're answering someone else, Long Beach, because I didn't see what that was originally for it. No, you don't need to sign it multiple times. Just sign it once. Can I be emailed the petition? So Deborah, if you get our emails, one went out this morning and it was in the email this morning. Let's see. Yes, Katie, it absolutely was. The nurses got something. Are you saying the nurses' contract they've come to a contract agreement? I have to check that out. Let's see. Day 19, 5 hours ago, holding the line at New York Hospital. Let's see. Worker justice. All of a sudden, I'm not seeing the nurses got anything. Nope. If you see something, let me know. The nurses got on to see what the nurses got. I'm looking right at their social media, and they're not announcing they have a contract. Deborah, look in your email. If you were registered for our emails, an email went out today. And if you didn't get it and you're signed up, look in your spam box and make sure you put us in your address book so you're getting our emails, because it's in the email that I sent out this morning. Yes, I did. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Still having problems getting meds approved. No reply to the appeal yet. Okay, Roberta, I will go back and check that today. I received a DC 37 retirees organization wanting dues. LOL, you know where it went, in the trash. So Marianne Berto, for anyone that's DC 37 retirees, there's a group called the Resilient Retirees. And there's a group, it was the group of retirees that were running the DC 37 Retirees Association before they were thrown away and thrown out and taken over. And so you may want to join up with them, because they're trying to get back in the loop of things. So reach out to like Neil Frumpkin or Michelle Keller, who's also on our board. Let them know you're interested in working with them because they are trying to pick back up. So I don't know how long. I know the meeting was yesterday. I was trying to listen to it, but all they did was ramble on and like from scripted speeches. It was just horribly annoying to listen to. And I don't think they announced when they were finally going to give up their stronghold on the administratorship of the Retirees Association. So no idea. Okay. So do you guys have any questions for me this week? Because this could just be a brief meeting. NISNA supported disadvantage. So they actually supported the first round of votes on that, and they didn't support the second. Thank you, Deborah. I did. So Karen, if you get our emails, please take a look in your spam box. You should find it in there. I can take a quick peek if I'm still logged in. To see that you did get it. So it went out today. It went out. So Karen, if you didn't see it, I'm showing you did not open it. Check your spam box because it did go out today and it did go to you. So Karen, if you could hear me, please check your spam box. But it did go out this morning and it did go to you. And it went to that email. So go check your spam or go check your inbox because it's there. Will DC 37 and UFT leaders get arrested? No, because what they did wasn't technically illegal, but it was surely immoral. What can I tell you? And in my cops or emails or my Substack articles, you could register for my Substacks as well. I do not receive. Karen, you get the emails. I'm literally looking at your account right now. You were emailed the one from this morning. You just haven't opened it yet. Please look in your mailbox, in your email, or in your spam because you did get it. I'm looking right at it. I have signed the survey, but my meds aren't updated for the EOB. My last med was 2025, which isn't true. I am not sure why I need to follow my out-of-pockets because Debbie, I don't understand what you're trying to say to me there. You were on a short clip on TV. Whatever came of that. I was on a short clip on TV? No idea. Thank you for all your hard work from a retired NYPD detective. Well, thank you, Patrick. And we are still looking at your drug plan because there's been a lot of complaints about your drug plan. I know many of you still haven't received your packets, but you were able to log into the portal with the information that the DEA gave you. We are still kind of looking into that. In checking with the MEA, apparently unlike UFT, MEA members who decline the City RX plan can purchase via a Medicare website will not receive the monthly stipend. So, and Matthew, you should really ask the MEA to change their bylaws because there's no reason to keep you attached to the city plan and not give you the stipend back. OSA does the same thing, and this should be brought up to your welfare fund board of directors or whatever your board is. They can change that. And I think that should be brought up. You have the power to change that. So get a group of retirees together and ask them at your next meeting, to have the welfare fund attend your meeting and ask them to change the bylaws. There's no reason for that. Have them substantiate why they're not making that change. Email came out at 6:52 this morning. Thanks, Janice. I got a denial from Emblem for medication I picked up last week. I still haven't heard back, and my case was submitted 2 weeks ago. Okay. Let's see. I can message them about that right now. Okay. And when you spoke to someone at Emblem, did they leave you a contact that you can call back, like a personal person, a person that you could personally speak with and call back to? Because they should have done that. Let me know if you can reach out to that person. Thanks for your powerful interview with Evie Rich this past Monday. Talk about activism and fighting for our army. Okay, so thanks for reminding me about that, Laura. So Evelyn Jones Rich, many of you have seen her with our group. She was in she's been in just about every one of our rallies. She confronted Letitia James at one of the Labor Day events. She was having a really in-depth conversation, with Charles Barron, and has been on every court battle. She came to Albany with us, everything. So she wrote a book, a memoir, because I think she's 93, and she wrote a memoir, and her memoir is coming out on March 3rd. So if you're interested in reading about her story and her life, and she even mentions our organization in her book, it does come out on March 3rd. You can purchase it from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or Target, and it's called Civil Service Warrior. Let me see if I can quickly pull that up here. Civil Service. And you can pre-order her book because it hasn't been released yet. But I went up and ordered my copy because when I see her, I want her to sign it for me. And I think you guys will really like it. She's been around a very long time in these types of battles, and I think you'll be interested to hear her story. Many of you don't know her story. Can I copy paste this and put this in here? Let's see. Oh, yes, I can. Okay. So, oops. I don't know why it won't let me do it that way. Let me try it one more way. Yeah, maybe I could do it that way. Okay, copy. So this is Evelyn Jones Rich's book. I'm putting it in the chat. And let me put it in Instagram so that people here can see it. SBA cut off retirees that are disabled, but Medicare won't cover. What does that mean, Amzinant? What does that mean? They cut off retirees that are disabled, but Medicare won't cover. That doesn't make any sense. to me. Emblem is denying because of unions, but then unions selling us out because of mega. I don't understand what you're saying. They won't cover our medications anymore. So I believe your plan went to it's like it is a Medicare drug plan. I'll tell you what, rather than get into this here, if you were to email me, NYPD SBA won't cover drugs if you're disabled. That doesn't make any sense. Can you email me at retirees@nycretirees.org, and I'm going to drop that in here so you can see it. Retirees.org. I need your contact info. Yeah, thank you. And then I'll work with you in trying to help you and the SBA figure all that out. Lieutenant Giuseppe, Mary Ann, I just joined. If I need to refill my meds, how do I give the new card to my pharmacist? Some meds I go directly to my local pharmacy to refill. Who fills the medication now? So, Lieutenant Giuseppe, first of all, tell me what union you're from. Are you on a union drug plan or a city drug plan? Because that's a little different. Well, they didn't cut off PICA. PICA ends when you become Medicare eligible. Then, depending on the drug, Amzenant, it'll either go through your Medicare Part B or Medicare Part D. PICA is only available to active workers and pre-Medicare retirees. It is not available to you if you are on Medicare. So that wasn't a union thing. That is a PICA plan thing. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's go back to the other side. Mount Sinai is no longer taking GHI, but I called them and they told me since I have Medicare. So Deborah, we are not GHI. When you're on Medicare primary. Senior care is your secondary. There is no network. They don't have to take it, not take it. As long as they take Medicare and Medicare they're billing Medicare, your secondary will pay. Will pay. I didn't say might pay, I said will pay. So if they are accepting Medicare, Mount Sinai accepts Medicare, and Medicare pays your bill, your supplement, which is a GHI senior care, will pay the balance, less your copay, of course. So you don't have to worry about GHI. There is no network because you're on Medicare. There's nothing to be confused about. You are Medicare, that's it. You don't have to worry about them not accepting GHI. We're not GHI. We're Medicare. Hope that makes sense. Is Levine ever going to mention the Lander audit? I have no idea. Well, if you're not getting our emails, please email us at retirees@nycretirees.org with your email address and your name. And if you are a donor or you registered for our emails, you will be getting them. If you're still not seeing them, check your junk or your spam because that's where it's going. But we sent one out this morning and you should have gotten it. If you didn't, email the organization and we will check and see why. But if I'm showing that you got it, then it's in your spam box or you deleted it by accident and you need to go look for it. Has Comptroller Levine made any statements about Medicare and retirees? Nope. What's the lobby day about? Our legislation to protect your health care. So we do need 100 people to come. And as of last night, there were 17 on the list. So I encourage you all to, if you want to help us pass this legislation, because if you don't want me to do it, I'll just take a chance and stay home and not break my rear end. And whatever happens, happens. But if you want this bill passed, then you need to come out and help support the legislation. That's what the power of collective action is. When we say we have retirees that are supporting our legislation and unions supporting our legislation, It helps when you just show up. So Lobby Day is about passing your legislation in the state. Yes. So Lobby Day, thank you, Michelle, is March 24th. And that was also in the newsletter that I sent out this morning. So we are leaving City Hall at 8 a.m. on the 24th. We will provide you with lunch and dinner, and you will spend the day with us. We have a press conference up in Albany, and you will have a lobby day where we will help educate you on what to do once we get up there. We will hold a Zoom. And then once we get up there, small little teams will break off and start going around in all the legislative office building and introducing yourselves as the New York City retirees. That way they know who you are. And that's important because it shows the power of our organization that when we do a call out for our members to go and lobby for a bill that will protect your Medicare benefits, they can put a face to the name. So very, very powerful to be able to do. And the day is on us. So you come and join us with that day, sign up, take the bus with us. We're leaving from City Hall. Matt, I don't know why MEA would refer you to OLR because that is if you leave, that is a rule. But they are the ones giving you the refund or the rebate or the subsidy. It is coming from MEA, not OLR. Send me an email on that so that I can reach out to MEA next week. Let's see. Hi, Donna. If there are any MBF members online, feel free to PM me to help promote the. Yes, absolutely, Matthew. Anyone who's MEA, MBF, Managerial Benefit Fund, please reach out to Matthew Weber. And you guys need to organize together to pressure the MEA. It'd be better if it came from you guys than it came from me, but UFT Medicare, if you want to find out what your deductions are, call TRS. Anyone who uses AOL needs to check their spam. Thank you, Laura. I know, it's like AOL puts everything in spam. When Levine was elected, it spelled trouble for us. He would not commit to supporting us during one of Marianne's debates. I remember, but I think he was also looking to get the union support, and he thought that was more valuable than ours. But don't worry. I'll have more information soon. Not sure why some emails from the org go to spam or junk. Me neither. Can we contact a reporter who's covering the $12 billion gap and remind them about the MLC $3 billion slush fund? Read the Daily News this week. Sunday. Read the Daily News on Sunday. Let's see. With our plan before January 1, PS went to the heart doctor. Marianne, that is DC 37. So you need to speak to the welfare fund at DC 37 for your rosuvastatin. That is not a city drug plan issue. That's a union drug plan issue. Okay, I generally get email, but we'll check spam. Yep. I try to send those emails out every week. So if you're not seeing them from us, you need to look in your spam because they go out like at least every 7 to 10 days. I try not to send out more than that, but because I don't want to be annoying. Go figure. But yes. I don't even know what to do, so I'm going tomorrow to give all my benefit cards and see how long it takes. Did Brad Lander release? Yes, he did. He released it on the 30th, I think. What does that mean, no civil rights warrior? That is the book. That is Civil Rights Warrior is the book that was written by Evelyn Jones Rich. You want me to put it back in the chat? I'll put it in the chat again. But I know she has a book because I pre-ordered it. And it's also in Work Bites this week. Okay, let me come back. Yeah, I told Evie at one of our events, she's going to try to come to our lobby day in March. So if she does, I'm bringing my book with me to have her sign because I think that'd be really cool. Evie was my high school history teacher in 1967. That's great, Serena. Continued. That was already approved and pick up for no. You know, you guys, when you send me these messages that like are half clipped, I have no idea what you're saying. Julie Menon said today they may have to make. Where did she say that, Brooklyn teacher? Where did she say they have to make cuts to healthcare? Where did she say that? No, there's no updates. And if you read the newsletter, you'd know that. As we face a new budget concerns caused by dear old Eric Adams, I hope our compromised MLC heads don't manage to pull more fast ones on us. I would hope so too, because, you know. Thank you, Roberta. Jules is doing good. She's sitting down here just chilling. Happy Friday. Tomorrow I celebrate 92. Well, happy birthday, John. Thank you, Susan. See, happy birthday, John. Yay, 92. I think our oldest retiree is 104. I went as a teacher on lobby day. You can come wherever you want. Do you know if telehealth visits will still be covered after this month? They were reducing those, and that was actually, I disagree with the government doing that. I think that was a problem, but I don't make those decisions, unfortunately. They're going to realize that they're making a mistake. So anyone that wants to go on the trip, on the lobby day trip and is from Staten Island, reach out to Mary Ann Berto or email the org with the word Staten Island in the subject line. We'll try to connect all of you. That way you can come as a group. The 2 buses are slated to leave City Hall at 8 a.m. on the 24th. But we don't typically have a lot of people coming from Staten Island. So if you want to come over as a group, so you have a buddy system, you know, that would, that actually might help you all travel as a group. Comes from MBF, which is OLR. So Roberta, are you telling me that that stipend that you get back, that $50 comes from OLR, not from MEA? If you can actually shoot me an email and tell me how that works, I will address that next week. They finally stopped taking out my cope after 3 months. Yikes. I know that they're really not wanting to stop that, but you guys have made your voices heard loud and clear that they will not use your money against you. And I'm glad you did that. Anyone who's having a problem getting their cope stopped, please email us. When you email us, send us the email that you've been sending, like forward it to us, so that way we can then help you amplify that and tell them they have to stop taking your cope out. It's illegal for them to keep charging you when you've asked them to stop. And that's just wrong. It shouldn't take you 3 or 6 months to do that. I could understand 30 days, maybe even 60 days, like if I was really trying to be generous, but it shouldn't take you more than that. That's just ridiculous. Sorry to distract you, but hope you saw the 156 plus birthday greetings you received. I am still seeing them, to be quite honest with you, because both on the Facebook page and then all my other pages and my private page. I wish like Facebook would just like keep them all in one place, but they don't do that. MEA, hi, Matthew Weber. Matthew, look over here. Roberta wants you to message her. Great daily news for $1 a year. I don't know. What you doing, Jules? This week was the first. Mine went to spam. Sorry. That's probably because when we send out emails, we're sending out like 165,000 at a pop. And maybe it's thinking that we're spam because there's almost 200,000 people in our email database now. So that's pretty powerful, I think. No, I didn't say civil service lawyer. I said civil rights warrior. That's what I said. Civil rights warrior. I don't get your emails. I will register. I will re-register. Well, Long Beach. Yeah. Try if you weren't logging on, we've really encouraged all of you to create a log on. That way you have access to your own account. Please do that. That'd really make it a lot easier. Yep. I heard Menon say that healthcare for the city budget was being looked at. I don't know where she said that, so let me know where. Well, Anne, you were actually able to watch us the other day on Facebook. So try to click the Facebook link. Or you're probably trying to type too many messages, too long of a message. Yes. See, Doreen, I think you're Staten Island too, right? So, yes. You guys all need to connect. If you're going to Lobby Day from Long Island, take the Long Island Railroad and then the subway. And if I could actually get 50 people like in Nassau County or Nassau Queens border, I can send one bus there rather than 2 buses from Manhattan. But so far, I'd only have 17 people that showed up. And I even asked you what boroughs you were from. 17 people isn't even going to fill me half a bus. So we need to get 100 people up there. Hi from Southampton in West Palm. That's a trip, Winnie. I heard Menon say it too. She seemed to be concentrating on going after medical charges. Where did she say this? Well, Tommy, if you don't want to read the daily news, then you won't see the op-ed coming out on Sunday. GHI Senior Care Drug Rider Subsidy. The fund pays a $50 per person per month GHI Senior Care Medicare Supplement Subsidy, $100 maximum. directly to the health benefits program on behalf of the retired fund members and their spouses who are covered under senior care that elect to purchase the drug rider. As in the fund, as in MBF, Managerial Benefit Fund. But still, if they're paying $50, that plan is $180 a month. So you're still paying $130 a month, which is still too much money. So at that point, I don't even know why it's worth keeping the $50 unless you have younger dependents that need the city plan. That to me doesn't even make any sense to stay on that. You could tell them to take their $50 and shove it up their tuchus. That's still not a benefit to me. Let's see. I'm taking a quick peek over at Instagram. Yes, your pension check was $50 less, most likely, because, well, it was when your drug plan went from 130 to 150 to 180. I was getting my meds through no, DC 37 doesn't change. You're still on the DC 37 drug plan, Lieutenant Giuseppe. When we're talking about these drug plan changes, you guys need to follow along, right? I mean, like, stay consistently following us, because we're giving you information regarding the NYC EPPO and the city health plan. You're not on the city drug plan. You're on the DC 37 drug plan. If you have a union drug plan, which we keep saying, you need to register for our emails. You need to follow along with what we're saying. Like, everyone really needs to follow along. This organization helps the retirees who are pre-Medicare and Medicare, and your health benefits are very different depending upon what union you're in. If you're DC 37, you're getting your drugs through DC 37. I have no control over that. And that so far has not changed. You're still on Aetna Silver Scripts. And if you're on Medicare, you're on Medicare and senior care, which is through the city. If you're pre-Medicare, then this is DC 30. If you're pre-Medicare, then we've been talking about the NYC EPPO plan. We've also been talking about the Emblem Drug Plan, but since you have DC 37, that doesn't impact you. I know it can get confusing, but you guys really need to know your benefits. You need to know what you get from who. So this is where we want to try to educate you to understand your own benefits and where you get them from. You get your health care from the city of New York. You get your prescription vision and dental plan from your former union. And if your union doesn't offer you a drug plan, you buy one from the city or you buy one from the marketplace. It's really that simple. But you also need to understand those time frames. And if you have younger dependents, you might be forced to take the city plan because you can't just get your Medicare drug plan from the marketplace if you have younger dependents that rely on you for the drug plan. That kind of makes it a little more confusing, and I totally understand that. Actually, the Daily News supports what we're doing. I do not recall them being against us. You had Chris Sommerfeld writing about us in the very beginning. Even their editorial board has supported us. I can't say so much so about the Daily News, the New York Post, but then the New York Post had really come around when we were really proving what was happening to us was wrong. So I think majority of the newspapers at this point do support what we're doing and what we've been fighting for, and they actually recognize it. I mean, Tommy last night gave me a link to Spectrum New York One City Hall, and I was shocked to see that they actually mentioned the retirees and that the mayor got himself into a boondoggle. It's pretty crazy. I submitted copies of a bill where they charged me a $45 copay for one visit, which was made up of a $15 copay for the doctor, $15 for the MRI, X-ray, $15 for the blood work, for a total of $45. Okay, so Edwin, Edward, there is nothing illegal about that. So if they charged you $45, one was for the doctor's office, one was for the MRI, and one was for the blood work, there's nothing wrong with that. The issue that we have is when they're charging you a facility charge, and I need to see it as a facility charge. Don't just send me a receipt that says, or a bill that says $45. I need to specifically see that it's a facility charge. In what you're telling me here in this comment, there's nothing illegal about what they just did. Is it immoral that they're charging you $45 for one visit? Yes, it absolutely is. But it doesn't go against the contract that they have. I need to see a facility fee in order to push back on some of that. And then this still becomes an issue that we have to address. And this is why we need the legislation. But what you're telling me, right there, that doesn't fit what we're asking for. Hey, Carol, I'm so sorry you got into a car accident. I hope you feel better. Yes, Marie, this is actually live. We started at 5 o'clock. Yes, today the 29th or 30th. Today's the 30th. Why am I watching live? Today's not the 29th. Today's the 30th. So Marie, this is live right now, live. But if you see me saying, hi, this is live, and it's tonight, and it's not 5:48 p.m., then it's not live. This is a rerun. Doctors are still trying to charge a copay before we meet the deductible. Yep. We still are fighting that. You need to make sure you tell them, and if they're giving you a hard time, ask them to call Emblem. They're not supposed to be charging you that before you meet your deductible. Marianne's retiree bill lobby days are great. MLC heads must stop abusing us. Let's have Albany see us. Retired labor strong. Absolutely. Men in New York One. Get the best experience. Stay connected to your community. New York One app. Toggle navigation all boroughs. January 30th. So she said it today, Roberta? Did she say that today? Was it a New York One piece today? You're supposed to be paying copays after you've met your deductible. Did you try? Can't watch on Facebook. You said that was a different platform. So did you try though? Yes, today's the 30th. Yes, I got that part. New York One. I just need to know what day. So it looks like it was today. I wish that would actually let me copy paste it, but I'll take a look at that somehow. Can you send a flyer for lobby day that we could put? It was in today's newsletter. The petition is in red on the email. Yes, it was. Thank you, Naomi. And there's the sign up for the bus list as well. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. I appreciate you. Chris Marte as well. We will be meeting, I think, next week. I had the wrong date listed. All right. Well, if I put that in the newsletter, I apologize. I screwed up. I was writing it yesterday, which was the problem, and I was so exhausted. I actually literally thought I sent it, and Mike Tambasco wrote me this morning, and he said, "What time is your live tonight?" And I said, "Didn't I send out the newsletter?" And he said, "No." I was like, "God damn." So I quickly looked, and sure enough, it was still sitting in pending, and I literally fell asleep while writing it. So my apologies, Marie. But I literally wrote it late last night, and I just pushed send this morning. So my eye was looking at the date on my computer. If that's what I did, I'm sorry. But Friday night, it should have said Friday Night Live, and at least look at it that way. That should have been the second tip. It's Friday, not Thursday. There are so many emails that come in on our phones. Yeah, well, tell me about it. I don't want to hear you complaining because you don't know what comes into mine. Just so you understand, I want you to see, like, my email says 69,000. My text messages still say 34, and I still have 19 voicemail messages I haven't looked at yet. And that's not all the other social media messaging that you guys all send me. And that's not my other emails for the organization. The organization over there says 55. And that's only for me. When I go to the organization, there's like another 100. So no complaining. Mine came in at 6:50 in the morning. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. Yes, but YouTube marked the date as the 29th, not the 30th. Oh, gotcha. That's weird. I wonder if that was me or that was YouTube. Yes, today is January 30th. It is Friday, and it is 5:54 p.m., and this is live if it's Friday and it's 5:54 p.m. David, it was today. Okay, I will watch. I found today's newsletter in spam. Check your spam folders. Yes, please always check your spam folders and make sure you add us to your email list. We did change the email address before you were getting them from like donations at NYC Retirees. We just moved it to retirees at nycretirees.org just because the other emails were getting lost and it was another mailbox to check. This way it comes directly to the organization. Oh, that was my fault, Gwen, because I'm really trying to count on you guys to read your emails, not just always put it on Facebook. Okay. I have no idea. You got so much on your plate, no need to apologize. Thank you, John. Everyone always finds things that I do wrong, and I say, well, I'm perfectly imperfect. Let me go and check Instagram. I don't see anything over there. Okay. And Anne, maybe the link isn't working for you there, but at least you're here. That's all I could tell you. Chris Summer felt that the Daily News was muzzled by Mayor Adams and the council. They wouldn't call on him with recognizing. So, William, I want you to know he's no longer at the Daily News. He is now at Politico. So that's all I can tell you. You're never wrong, just busy. I am wrong sometimes. Even firemen need heroes like Marianne. Thank you, sweetheart. Well, We're just pushing an hour. I don't really have anything else to add other than this one last thing. There is a hearing in Albany, and I need like a half a dozen people that would be interested in writing some testimony. So if you, I'll give you talking points. If you're willing to write some testimony to submit to the committee for me, I'm looking for about 6 people to do so. If you would, email the org, retirees@nycretirees.org, and in the subject line, just put committee testimony or something like that. That way I know that you're willing to do it. And then just tell me, hey, what do I have to write? And then we'll send you something to send back to us. We'll send you talking points to use, a word count, and then just send it back to us. And we need it like next week. That way we can look at it, tweak it if it absolutely needs to be tweaked, you know? So let's see. It would be supporting the health bill and retiree issues. I'll get you the talking points. Just I need 6 people to just say that you're willing to do it. Yes, it would. No, Vincent, retirees aren't losing Medicare. In Ohio, pre-Medicare retired, is there a specific pharmacy that covers us? Wife just went to CVS and none of my daughter's meds were covered. So, Jean-Luc in Ohio, I need more information. Like, do you have a union drug plan? Or are you on the city drug plan? I don't know how to answer that question without that information. If they are, you need to give me more information on that. If you do that really quickly, otherwise you're going to have to email me because I want to end this. So again, Steve, I don't know your plan. I really can't answer that question. And if it does, you need to the doctor does the prior authorization, not you. That is very funny, Marie. Love you too. Nature of testimony. Email us that you're willing to do it. It is about retiree healthcare. Thank you, Roberta. Just email me like I said. No union drug plan. So that means you were on the city plan. Pre-Medicare on the city plan. And I'm not understanding why none of the meds would be covered. So what I need you to do is email me retirees at nycretirees.org. And I need you to give me the specifics, name, contact info, your daughter's name, the medications she needed, and just message me at the bottom what happened and give me permission to share this with the insurance company so that they can contact you directly, and that removes me from this issue and keeps it between you and them. And then I will take that and bring it directly to them, and someone will call you and help you figure out what the heck is going on. I'm assuming you are on the NYC EPPO plan and you are on the city drug plan as well. If all of that is correct, please put that all in your email with your name, her name, the medications, the pharmacy that you went to, put that contact info in there, and we will send it directly to one of the people that is helping us resolve these issues. You're not alone on this, so don't get stressed out. You will get help on that. If you already paid it, then they will also help you with the reimbursement. Steve, I can't tell you if it needs that. If you log into your portal and the portal says you need it, then the doctor with the pharmacy will do the prior authorization. If the doctor's having trouble with that prior auth, contact Emblem, the number on the back of your card. But that's not a process for you. That is a process for the doctor and the insurance company. Okay, great. Thank you, John Luke. Okay, guys, let me take a quick look over on Instagram. I don't see any messages over there. So I'm going to end this here and wish all of you guys a really good weekend. Stay warm. Yeah, Steve, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of things that the unions negotiated in those plans or the city put in prior authorizations for the medications. I disagree with that, but I have no control over it. All I can do is bring the issues to Emblem's attention or the city's attention and ask them to try fixing some of this. But if you see, I really strongly urge you to go through the Emblem portal, create an account. We've given you so much information. In the newsletter, we also gave you information about the network, that you're in the Emblem network in the downstate 13 counties, that you're in the United network if you are everywhere else, you're in the MAP-free network if you're in Puerto Rico, and that your doctor, their reimbursement as well as which network is covered is based upon the provider's address, not yours, right? That gives you the national network, and it also tells you a plan. What made this confusing is that the Municipal Labor Committee didn't really want to highlight the fact that this was a United Healthcare run administered plan. So they created their own website, NYCEPPO, and everything that they're doing has to go through that website. You have to go through that website. The doctor has to go through that website. Where do you think the doctors are coming from? Emblem and United. So literally, the sign says NYCEPPO. When you open the door and look under the covers, it's really United Healthcare and Emblem. But they didn't want to highlight that. So your doctors, many of you were calling us freaking out that your doctors were looking, trying to confirm your insurance and finding out that your insurance, you'd had no insurance. They were saying, you're not covered. We're not finding you anywhere. And that's because they were trying to pre-authorize your insurance or confirm your coverage by logging into the United Healthcare network and putting in your member number from your ID card. They weren't ever going to confirm that because the NYCEPPO ID number is unique to that plan. It will never come up in the United Healthcare network. And that was what was causing people problems. The doctor's offices weren't reading the card. So if you were just calling them and giving them the information over the phone, they weren't getting the whole card. They were thinking they're in the United network and they're looking for you under United. And that was creating another issue. So if you get our newsletter, and if you don't, you better sign up because we put all of this there. You have the map of the networks. You have the document to print out, to bring to your doctors, to give them, to post on their wall so they know how to process all of the people that are in New York City EPPO plan and how to confirm their insurance coverage. We gave you all of that to give to your doctors. Print out a couple, keep them in your glove box, and if you have trouble, you give them that. And then ask them to call Emblem, call the number on your card if you're getting some pushback. Literally this morning, one of the retirees was going to the doctor and they were being told previously that for the visit they would owe 20%. Right there, that tells me that they're showing them out of network and that they were going to charge them the 20% because it was an out of network visit. Meanwhile, the doctor's in network. They were just running the coverage the wrong way. So they couldn't authorize it. They figured they were out of network. So please, guys, we break our ass to try to find ways to help educate you. And the newsletter is the easiest way for us to do it. So please register for that. All of this information is in the newsletter today. Came out this morning at about 6:30 or 6:50. So please do that. To sign up for the website, go to our website for our newsletter for donations. It's nycretirees.org. It's literally it's right down here. You see it? www.nycretirees.org. Here it comes again. See, donate to nycretirees.org. And that's our website. And when you go to that, hold on. Let me show you what it looks like, since some of you don't know. When you go to our website, you have a choice of all the different things that you could do. You can make a donation. You can sign up for the newsletter. See, become a member. We have a little, like a $25 a year membership dues. You can subscribe. You can donate. Here's directly brings you to the portal. Once you go to the portal, you can donate, and it automatically signs you up for the newsletter. Everything is right there. And then here's some other, there's little homework, which we haven't done homework yet. The homework assignments are old. Medicare information. You have NYC EPPO plan. Here's Medicare retirees. This gives you a little update on our Medicare stuff. But this is not meant to change on a daily basis. This is meant just to, for people who are just connecting with us on how to do that. Here's our press articles. Every time our organization is in the news, hold on a second. Let me find you to see that here's our news section where we have all of our articles. Anytime we're in the press, you'll see that here. On this main home page, you can see right at the bottom, it says become a member, subscribe, donate now. Like, everything is right there. And then here's at the top where there's other stuff like that you can click to get other information. But this website isn't designed to change on a daily basis. There's a click link here for latest developments, and as different things happen, we'll post it. But this is kind of like a running type of a blog. Let's see. Yeah. So this is your home base for everything. Become a member, subscribe, donate now, member portal. And if you click member portal, it clicks you right there and it tells you to log in. Now, if you've never logged in before, don't have an account, create one. Create an account. And this is where you can create your own account with your own login and become a member. And by doing that, you get everything in one place. This is where we try to make it as easy as possible for you to get everything on one page. You have your own login. You can create your own donations. You can check all your emails, the emails that are sent to you. If you want to make your donation, make it recurring. You can go in and change the credit card, change the method of payment, change how much you donate, change when you donate. We give you all of that power. And at the bottom of our newsletter, we tell you how to create the account in case you haven't created it. So we really did try to make it as easy as we possibly could. So, let's see. We're on Medicare, but printed out the flyer and shared with our doctors. Thank you for doing that, because it doesn't impact you, but at least you're educating your providers that in case they get pre-Medicare retirees there. That was very sweet of you to do that. Thank you, Claudia. We appreciate you. You can use Apple Pay, which is secure. Absolutely. I love Apple Pay. I don't even have a checkbook anymore. And I barely carry a credit card. So, Carol, that's what Lobby Day is for. Lobby Day, state legislature. All right, guys, it's after 6. I'm calling it a day. Enjoy your weekend. stay warm. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't. And if you didn't sign up for our newsletter, sign up today. If you didn't find our newsletter and you are signed up, please go look in the junk or spam box of your email because you'll find it there. And Jules says she wants to eat. Do you want to eat dinner? Come here. Come here. So you can see she's doing okay. My baby. Okay. So you guys have a great weekend and stay warm. And next week, we will be back in touch with you. Please message us. I need about 6 people that are willing to write a testimonial submission to a health committee. Just let me know you're interested in doing it. It's only a couple hundred words, and we will give you the talking points after we have a few people that say that they're willing to do it. And then we'll kind of help you with it. We'll review it. If that needs any tweaking, we'll let you know what it needs and then ask you to tweak it back and then send it back to us. It's got to be submitted by February 6th, so we have a very narrow turnaround time. And I think that was all I needed to tell you guys. Yep. I don't have anything else. So we'll keep you posted. Have a great weekend, and I love you. Ciao.
Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. Tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life, you know you can't pretend. The days pass by.